Hello everybody. How are y'all doing? My webcam is still dark. There we go. One day I'll manage to start a stream without everything being wrong. One day. How are y'all doing everybody? I'm Loomis and we're back to Pyre. Continuing our battle for the Earth on the basketball court. Miki, Buzz, how you doing guys? Glad to see you both. Despite ever winning League of Cards. Yeah, but to be fair, Miki, you're only at 1% of your power. So as not to disintegrate birds from a distance. Okay. So last time we made our way out here into these horrible wastelands and fought an evil witch who wanted to resurrect an ancient monster, which may not be this thing. I think it's probably this thing. In the olden times, there were these weird titans that caused all kinds of trouble. You only had 2 champions? To be fair, I think the pro strat is to have like 2 or 3 champions, but have them multiple times, so you've got a pretty good chance of drawing them. But then there's some champions, like Tryndamere for example, he does a lot of damage but he also costs so much, so you don't really want him early. So I think you can safely take like 1 Tryndamere and hope that he shows up late when you can use him. Whereas somebody like Braum, who's quite cheap and is good early, you want multiple copies to make sure you can get him. I'm doing good, thanks Miki. Feeling a little less sleepy today. Although tiredness will continue forever. I don't remember where we're going. Oh, that's right. The star sign for the next battle on the basketball court is out in the ocean. We're like, well, nobody goes out on the ocean because it's like green acid and it's full of hell sharks. But maybe we can cobble a boat together from somewhere. Away to the shops. To be fair, my stream should have started like an hour and 3/4 ago. It's supposed to be like 1 till 4. And here I am starting it at 2:45. I don't know why my streams are so late at the moment, but I just cannot get through my morning stuff in time. Everything is just taking forever. This is the place. Let us go to see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. Anybody around? No. Cursing the scribes. Anything going on? No. Yeah. I mean, I went to bed pretty early and I was still woken up by my alarm, so I didn't get the full night's sleep that I was hoping I would magically get. But eating with Bay, eating tutorial. I can't complain too much. I slept alright. Alright. Let's go look for Big Bertrude. Big Bertrude is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows, yet you can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forth. Sandalwood sent us. Those words were enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest, and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Thou speaks the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Yeah, stay hydrated, Miki. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. He did he? In turn, we know who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live? Speak plainly and quickly. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood, lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand he waits us somewhere near Wakingwood, beyond the waters. Labyrinth of forest. The path to sacred Mount Elodiel lies far beyond these suffocating woods. We wish to seek him, sir. So, as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Bertrude frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel all the while. Indeed. Then leave us. Return at dawn. That is all. By your grace, Big Bertrude. The lone minstrel turns away, but Hedwyn stops him. Hold on. Are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. In a manner of speaking, he helped me find a sense of purpose I thought lost. Hedwyn nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. You find yourself with time for your vocations, while the bog dwellers go about their business. Forage for resources, hone your skills as a reader. Teach your fellow exiles of the old ways to raise their individual rank in the rites more quickly. I think I'm all about studying in private, to be honest. Those small permanent buffs are gonna add up. Also, it's like my job to be in charge of the book. Also, I'm a nerd. You excuse yourself from the others to go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Focus on which aspect of the Book of Rites. Well, I got quickness last time. I still think quickness is maybe the best one. I think I'll max out quickness, then presence, then hope, then we can move on to glory. The 8 scribes who composed the book, their influence and experience spreads through the pages, into the willing reader's deepest consciousness. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You gain celerity. All Nightwings gain +2 quickness. continue my journey, but the black wagon's out of action. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please, come have a look. The others are already there. The lone minstrel beckons you to come see the wagon. You tidied the place up? The black wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. You people seeing this? Gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for a sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears, as if on cue. I don't know if you guys can hear that noise. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Probably like building work next door or something. I thought it was in-game at first, but it's coming from outside. Tell that sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude, you could tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us in our voyage north. Our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. Can't hear anything? Oh, okay. It's weird when I can hear something through my headphones, but the microphone doesn't pick it up. How does it know? How does the microphone know what it should pick up and what it shouldn't? It's smart. Too smart by far. Juice and peanut butter Kit Kat. Nice. Peanut butter Kit Kat. I don't think I've ever seen those. Dare thee make flirtations upon us? No, Enough. But should ye see that sandalwood, tell him to come and visit us again. Now be gone from here, and tell no one that we were paid in favors. Stuff not in the room probably isn't vibrating the stuff, I guess. But I can hear it. She slithers off without another word. Soon, the lone minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go just as she said. I know the navigational controls and shall explain. This is so exciting! I don't know how to swim! Tizo seems to share Bay's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Buzz. The microphone's designed for voices. But it still feels weird. I am beginning to feel ill already. Your black wagon became seaworthy. The Sea of Solace awaits. Set sail? The Worm Gulf. Before she left, Big Bertrude shared knowledge of a current that should draw you out to sea. Do we have, like, the food and the water supplies for this? It's making me a little nervous. Sailor Moon. We a boat now, guys. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We have crossed into Worm Gulf. I hope all of you are acclimating well. Exiled worms from the Sea Dominion naturally congregate around here. There is no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. Known for being reckless and single-minded, they were perfectly suited to fill the Commonwealth's front lines. As long as we follow the cold current Big Bertu indicated, we shall be safe. If the next ride is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way as we find ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point in our sea journey. We seek the Hulk of Oars, a carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Dazravan, lost in the waters of the Downside. Now to Solace. Peated waters off the coast of Flagging Hands. Bertrude's instructions are to navigate the maze of moors in a curving route bearing northeast. Off we go then. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to you a welcome change of pace, after having come from Flagging Hands not very long ago. However, Judariel seems more concerned now than before, and paces ceaselessly. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how is he doing? Who, Hedwin? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, fetching into the waters if I had to guess. His first time out at sea? His first. She turns to you. Reader, please check on Hedwin when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his swift recovery. You wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Later, you find Hedwin looking out of sorts. Oh, hello, my friend. It's just, the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny. All this trouble, just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? Edwin wants to know what you miss about your past life. My book collection? The few friends I had? Perhaps the food? Nothing springs to mind. The people, I guess. Everything else could be replaced. I feel like I could live a life out here if I had to. You tell him that there were those who did support you over the years, and that it pains you now to be apart from them. Yeah, I hear you, my friend. There's someone I miss terribly back there myself. I'm sure that when you make it out of here, your loved ones will be waiting. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. You sense he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him now. It appears Hedwin is too ill to conduct the next ride. May he soon get well. I'm sorry for my interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point in our voyage. Sea of Solace. The next celestial landmark you seek is beyond this strait. Oh, this place is beautiful. By the scribes, the sea! I didn't know it was so beautiful! Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you can now see what must be the Hulk of Oz, far on the horizon. Not everyone has taken well to the sea voyage, however. Tizo is wondering if Hedwin is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is wish him a swift recovery. Reader, from this point our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. The north current towards the Hulk of Oz runs as quick as the Under King Oz himself. They believes the 8 scribes shall bless you here. Fathomless Trench. The south current towards the Hulk of Oz teems with fish and other sea life. So I'm guessing this one gives us a bonus for the next ride, whereas this one gives us probably an item we can sell. Get ourselves more equipment. I feel like the item is probably more useful. It's a longer term investment. But it upsets me to go against what Bay wants. Ah well. I think we've got to make the hard decision and do what will take care of her. Besides, food is in scarce supply out here. The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for the occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Those shapes down there, some must be worms of the Sea Dominion, cast into exile. Having conquered their waters, the worms clambered onto the Commonwealth shores in search of new wars. I understand they fought tirelessly the Commonwealth's wars. Having grown weary of their own, they must make worthy adversaries. Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. Tizo dives without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea, despite its perils. Eventually, the little imp resurfaces, clutching something in his claws. Tizo caught a froth sea flounder. You could always sell it. It's a pretty good haul. I'm going to use that to buy some upgrade materials. At last you arrive at the Hulk of Oz after journeying across the sea. It seems the next rite is to commence here soon, though there is no sign of your adversaries. Not yet. How are you here? Oh, hey, you guys. Funny running into you out here, right in the middle of the drink, know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. An aura casting increases range 8%. And more stardust. Yeah, I'll sell you the fish. And give me those upgrade materials. Presence, hope. Just these for now. Tell your friends about us, 'cause I already told mine. Holding Dariel is nearby. Hedwyn is tossing and turning. Rookie status, sniffing the book. Having an early dinner, uncharacteristically quiet. Amongst the Black Wagon's seafaring equipment, Hedwyn uses it to signal when food is ready. A keepsake from Big Bertrude's. Oh, you just keep right on ringing that bell, chump. Keep at it! Rookie seems to be taking an issue with your frivolous use of the nautical bell. After all, there is no sign of a nautical emergency, nor of a prepared meal. Oh, I know it's not mealtime, it's fine. I'm starting to really enjoy the constant ringing sound, though, now that it doesn't mean anything to me or anyone anymore. Besides, ringing that bell is probably some good exercise, right? And it's good training for my ears, too. You know we girls have ultra-sensitive hearing, don't you? Well, not anymore, I don't! Anyway, thanks, I mean that. He storms off. Rookie shall never forgive you for abusing the nautical bell. And so be it. Rookie reappears, laughing heartily. He was only joking. Probably. Keepsake from the Worm Gulf. A limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It is fully grown and has led a rich life. Let me check the book first, and then we'll have a chat with Joe. Emperor Solium knew naught of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Sclorian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. What's up, Sandra? There is an undulation I have sensed, reader. Which means I think that your black wagon sails the seas, am I not right? Of course I am. She laughs at this, or at herself, perhaps. I scarce remember the sea. It's been a little while since I bathed in it, you understand. My memories of it are wistful, nonetheless. Though if I remember correctly, the Sea of Solace is a disgusting mockery of the Emerald Seas near the Empire. Do be careful out there, will you? Now let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. We had best stick to business. Let's do this all again sometime. Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what is on her mind. Hedwyn. He's beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Hedwyn since he was a child. Even now I hesitate to say that he is grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way, if and when the time requires. In any case, when times remind me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off for a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you toward the door. Okay, stop it, chum. I'm not kidding. It's bugging me. Please? Okay. I'm sorry. One more peanut butter Kit Kats. Does sound good. I've started eating a lot of peanut butter since I went vegan. It's easier to get vegan peanut butter than it is regular butter. Guess we still haven't learned anything about. Okay. Just increases the number of times, which isn't necessarily useful. That upgrades pretty well. I think maybe we upgrade this this legendary talisman. It upgrades smoothly, and it's also a character talisman, so I assume we're gonna get a lot of use out of it. Rookie Bay and Jadariel, you think? Right up there with coffee and chocolate, yes. Yes. Maybe we use these three. Jadariel's the highest level. Keep the party balanced. Also, I think Tizo's in a good mood after fishing. Can't hurt. I wonder if there's anything better in the shop. The extra presents? No way! They're back already, Dad. Two presents is tempting. Extra speed when carrying the orb. Ooh, that's expensive though. Not right now. Another time, perhaps. Wish you guys would have bought something, maybe. You bought something earlier. Don't get greedy. Not many people seem to like coffee and chocolate, which is my secret strength. At least around here. People like coffee and they like chocolate, but they don't seem to like it together. So when you get a box of chocolates with coffee chocolates in, I get to have all of them. Or at least I did before I went vegan. Now I guess that path is closed to me. But still, it was a powerful advantage while it lasted. I don't remember the controls. Should I do a practice? I should probably do a practice, right?
Contempra stemta.
It's been a week. I don't remember anything anymore. You know what? I might take Jadario. For that extra gold. He's good at banishing things. I want to level up the party evenly, but we're here to win. And she's powerful indeed. Whoop. Okay, so shift is run. Oh yeah, and Rookie's got the upgraded shot now. Phoenix, hey, how are you doing? Whoop. You having a good day, buddy? Uh-oh. Nope. Double kill, but also I have nobody up. There we go. I'm thinking about your Rune Terror deck all day. Just sitting and thinking about cards. It does sound like you. All the missions I've got have to do with Noxus and Demacia at the moment, so I made a quick Noxus Demacia deck. I bested the AI, which is of course the greatest test of skill. Okay. Having landed at the Hulk of Oz, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Master Hedwin? Coo-hoo. Tizo is worried that Hedwin is still feeling unwell. Wait, I think... What's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. What they are all doing here, you see plain by their ritual raiments. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Good sirs, and good ladies! So it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor. And this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, and lest this knight forget, he is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyre Hearts. Until the contest. It's not what I expected from the Sea Serpents. Although, I guess it does make sense. He splashes out of view, just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange light. Yeah, I've been playing a game against the AI each day as I have my dinner. I've not really played any of the players other than... other than my matches against you. And my one showdown with Buzz.
Not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look.
Yeah, it's true.
I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
I'd like to try out the PvP and the expeditions, but I haven't really had time. Oh, there's like special quests that you can do as well, isn't there? Like special scenarios with certain decks, challenges, I think they call them. Yeah, I've not had time to try any of those. You and your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Oars as your adversaries clamber into view. Rookie paws up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth or the Sea Dominion or wherever it is you're from? Haha! An excellent point! It seems these adversaries in the rights are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get rid of them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood so many front-line battles. Doff your helm, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the very sight of you. Sir Gilman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. But wait! Give this knight his mask. This knight presents to you the great Sir Deluge. A nobile visage, is it not? Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So yes. You can swim, or no? Ha! Of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true. But 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman. Nobody cares, but back to your post. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. This knight knows who you are, Nightwings. And he's not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. And now, en garde! The exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Reader, Hedwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us.
Who shall conduct this rite? Jodariel Rookie.
This is gonna be my team.
It is done.
Oh wow, I've heard so many tales of the Worm Knights. I thought they would be more impressive though. Gilman, status report. What is the enemy's position? They stand even now ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this knight's eye. But brave? Air-sucking monsters, one and all. Pyre hearts, be ready.
Begin. Beware the adversary's aura, or be banished.
Oh, that was easy.
Glory laid bare.
Oh, get back here.
Sir Deluge did fling himself upon the flames. Hapless worm. That was the last of them.
Come on, quickly.
Oh my word. The
Whoop.
orb quenches the flame.
Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best. Yeah, they're not strong, but they are fast. Though perhaps we have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once. Our adversaries stand divided. Let us take advantage of the opening.
There seems to be dissension in your adversaries' ranks. 'Tis little wonder these fool worm knights are no longer fit to serve the Commonwealth. Not quite.
Oh. Okay. They're just arguing with each other instead of fighting me now.
The right is nearly ended.
So fast.
That ought to wake you up.
Weak slowing arm, yeah. What a naff throw.
No sign of the Pyre Hearts for now.
Oh. Nope. Come on. How are they? Oh my gosh.
One almost got through.
Nice timing. Whoop.
And it is done. Fine, yes, the Nightwings did prevail. Accomplished effortlessly, I might add.
Jadario with that clutch respawn. Did you see that, Phoenix?
Thus end this night's proceedings.
I expected more from the Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. Those worms are quick, alright. But Rookie Greentail's quicker. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly. But we still won. We won. This knight commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. The silence, Gilman. This is all your fault. And now cavorting with our enemies. How dare you? This knight was but attempting honorary compliments, sire. Is it not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversaries on a worthy outcome? Worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Get now from this knight's sight.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles?
Okay. My only regret is that we did not slaughter enough of them to fully gain all the potential money. Or possibly we did, I wasn't really keeping track. We did despawn a fair few of them.
Until the next right.
No level ups, sadly. After triumphing over the Pyre Hearts rather decisively, you at last returned to the wagon with your companions. There was little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seemed to have already swum off towards wherever next the stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exiles turns towards your companion, who was absent for the rite. How is Hedwyn? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden. And he simply would not listen. I am very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh, but then... Hey, what's with the long face? that's Rookie's voice. Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? There are too many voices for me to keep track here. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to get most of the Nightwings killed off. I can't keep up anymore. I'm not a professional voice actor, people. I'm doing my best. Minstrel, I should wring that neck of yours. As I was attempting to explain, Hedwyn is already up and about, despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I travelled with one extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tarek. But I'm well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. So you are back among the living then, Hedwyn. I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we could all use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern. And I'm sorry that I worried you, or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside to where the night sky awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere on the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening, as you turn your attention back to the sky. The stars shine down upon you. What we got? Is this the next one? Trieste, the Silver Star. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of the Black Basin. Uh-oh. Is that another one of the great demons? Great beasts? Still further north, then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the Deathless Tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. The storm that arose after the death of the Sea Titan, unfathomed plurns, has never fully resided. Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll be just another day in the downside. Get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the Deathless Tempest. What's going on in here? Oh, it's Tizo. Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea, and seems pleased to see you. Tizo is grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. Tizo is asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. He senses his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. He has devoted his entire life to the eradication of their kind, ever since they killed his family. He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you are aware, imps cannot cry. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. No, to be honest, I made the exact same joke today when somebody told me that when I mentioned being vegan, and somebody told me that plants are living creatures too. And I said, plants killed my parents. I will eat every last one of them. So I can appreciate his humor. You muster your best belly laugh following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Run pays a lot of salt for them. Yeah, that's why I went that way. I wanted money. Zyra was involved. I fought Zyra and Poison Ivy at the same time. I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't tell which one was which. He snickers back at you and bounces off. Tizo gained +1 hope for the next ride. Oh, cool. Here's my fishy. Tizo is nearby. Ruki's trying to catch sea creatures. Edwin is sea gazing. Jodie is training the imps. And Bay is talking to herself. I should stop playing with the bell. I want to ring the bell all day long, but it's annoying Ruki. Ragged Rock. The north current towards Stonewall passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. Ruki spotted wreckage in the area, and believes there could be valuables to find. The south current towards Stormwall brims with large sea creatures. Tizo seems very eager to see the wagon head in this direction. So I'm guessing this will get us an item, and this will get us money. Well, we fished at the last one. Let's see if we can get a cool item. I mean, if we don't like the item, we can always sell it, so it's kind of win-win, right? The remnants of a shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions, given that the massive, deathless tempest rages to the north, not far from your position. Ah, right, I didn't really think about that. We ought to be more concerned with that storm than finding trinkets, Greentail. I'll relax already, Jodie, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're out there keeping watch and start telling you to come off it, now do I? You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before turning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take some time, but you may find something to show for it. Yeah, let's see if we can get something good. You suggest that it may well be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage after having come this far. Ruki grins wide. Knew you'd see it my way, chum. Now let's see what we can get. After an exhaustive search... sorry, chum. I think I was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down there. Jodariel fumes at all of this, but says nothing. Jodariel lost 1 hope for the next ride. Dang it, Ruki. We should have just gone fishing. Hoping we'd find something to deal with the tempest and all that. I mean, it's all well and good saying our focus should be on the tempest, but we have no idea what to do about it yet. You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Then something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies and good sirs! This knight beseeches you to hear him, if you please! What is it now, Worm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do, and in turn this knight has further need of you, good lady. Out with it, then. Let us be joined! Let this knight join you, please! Can you believe this, Edwin? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valour and the rights did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you, upon his long-lost honour as a would-be knight of the errant of the sea dominion, that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there? The Pyre Hearts. They are base cowards! This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters, having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the hulk of oars. Never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid you in your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage to the north? With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish! Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jadariel pulls the rest of you aside after Hedwyn gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask, and this one seems about as good as we're going to get. Jadariel glowers back at the worm, who does his best to look presentable. Hedwyn is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, that he can come along, for now. This knight is overjoyed! And he hereby swears to see you pass the storm! Though first, this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessings in the name of the Nightwings, and thus he shall go forth. Sir Gilman appears to be asking your permission for something. To guide us through the water? Sure. As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths. Yet, through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he is going and what he intends to do. Sir Gilman is determined to help you cross the Deathless Tempest. A trail that extends behind him. Press right-click to extend the end of the trail in a snap. Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwings, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then he implores you now, lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought to be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the action we are about to take are highly forbidden, but they are highly just. Thus, Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Traverse the reef. Okay. Okay. So he, like, detonates the trail that he leaves behind him. Okay. Oh, wait, does he... When he does that, he snaps back to the start of the trail as well. Oh, wait, I'm probably supposed to be jumping this. Here we go. These lights. Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed prawns, boiling the seas with their wrath. The once Titan. Sea Titan, once slain by the scribe Underking Oz. The brood lies dormant in the sea. Tales of her monstrosity long spread across the world. Exiled worms within these waters long have harbored these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downsized channels for any save this knight's own kind. Begone from here now, fiends! This night shall finish what the Underking Oz started. Sorry, what? Oh, the bubbles! I thought I was destroying the light. Hold it right there, you traitorous slug. How dare you turn your back on this knight? To your superior. Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth, last this knight checked. Here you hold no sway over this knight. Ah, and what have you done to the spawn? Have you no honor left at all? This knight has done that which required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Well, are you? You dare to staunch the Tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge, this knight was born to dare! Now come and fight this knight, if you so dare as well. Ah! Firehearts! Banish him! This is an order. Uh-oh. What now, Sir Deluge? Shall you not face this knight yourself, and leave the dirty work unto your charges? Fine, Gilman. You wish to stand against your commander, then have it your way. Samash, Lady Seagrass. To me! Banish now this troublemaker. Oh. You see, Gilman? Shall ever be inferior, even among the weakest of our kind. Gilman? Where did you go? Gilman? Gilman! Uh-oh. But Sir Gilman's banishment served as a perfect ruse for him to elude his adversaries and return to his newfound allies. Dang it, I messed up. I bet something good would have happened if I'd done that okay. Ah well. This guy's not super intuitive to play. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge. But that would be a bald-faced lie, and yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again. Wait, you lowly traitor. This knight will have your head. Gilman! As the day wears on, there is still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless. But then... Hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell, and new scars to show for them. Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And more importantly, that little Tempest ought pose no longer a threat for you now. Behold! As if on cue, the deathless Tempest begins to simmer and subside. Would you look at that? You really did it. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Hedwyn help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group. He also revealed a path north for you. Bid him welcome. Deathless Tempest is open. I'm going to take a very quick break before we press on. I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Won't be long, everybody. Alright, I'm back, guys. Let's head on to the Deathless Tempest. With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You are true to your word, Worm. I shall give you that. But now what? We are stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and from one most fair. Call me that once more, and I shall tie you in a knot. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wise to side with ye. £90 sterling. Yeah, that's pretty expensive for boots. That's pretty expensive for anything. Most of the clothes I buy cost me in the region of £1 sterling. But it's okay, I look great, right? What kind of boots? Are they red? Just, where do we turn from here? Answer the question, now. Sir Gilman does no such thing, although eventually he does make note of a specific current that should lead you to the lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We are close to making landfall. Then, let me be the first to say, let's go. Voyage onward. Say, Tariq? Aye, Rookie. What is it? Black with high heels. Okay. Heels aren't really my thing. Yeah, they don't suit me. I'm tall enough as it is. That loot you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here, and we could all use a little tune to lighten up the mood, know what I mean? Hey, then let me see what I can do. Tune, guys. You hearing this bop? Sir Gilman claims that the downside's northern landmass should be just beyond these waters. Yeah, it is, Miki. Everything in this game is pretty nice. Black Basin. Don't think our wagon will be crossing that sea. The Titan met her end on its prow, forsaken by the tides. At last your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground, the land called Black Basin. Black glass, searing vapor, and strangling forests mark the forsaken lands that loom across the sea. The 8 scribes first discovered this, the northern landmass of the downside. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon, so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. What's going on in here? Sir Gilman seems to have something on his mind. Oh, here's his crest. He's out for a walk. Tito's keeping watch. Rookie's training with Hedwyn. Hedwyn's training with Rookie. Jadariel's searching for food. And Tariq is exploring nearby. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. Fencing? Okay. He regards you with his single eye. Hail, Master Reader! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. This is such an honor! And this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. having fled the Pyre hearts. This knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honourable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name, they are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong! The exile, who refuses to obey the rules as they were written by the Under-King Oz and his 7 friends, deserves neither honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have confidence the Master Reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained to the point of foulness. So please excuse him, Master Reader. He slows off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. Sandra's status. Blasphemed. I was beginning to wonder when you would return. So then, we are back on solid land, or something like it, And this must be Black Basin. Flames and noxious fumes on one side, suffocating forest on the other. Lovely, lovely place. So good of you to take me here. I truly would pursue those blasted stars until the farthest corners of this land, it seems. But I'd better cease my blasphemy, or else the scribes themselves might just descend on me from up high. This might strike me with another much-deserved penalty. Ha, I get it. Penalty is a sports term. The thrill of such transgressions, reader. Sometimes it keeps me going. Not that I have any real choice. Now we had best get back to our normal business, as it were. You know where to find me. The treasure chest down here. There is no clear path up the cliffs, so you will need to use what time you have to make one. You find that Hedwin has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright everyone, don't go too far, and let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually your companions make their way back, and everyone arrives as planned or earlier. Hi everyone, I'm back! I have come back! They returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from a northern pass, visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish lives in the pools or rock nearby. The little imp Tizo appears disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you, near to the wagon. There is a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of the dawn, the shadows on the crags may well cover our advance against whomever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madame, though in my experience we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb towards the nest of Trieste. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude amongst these very cliffs. The exiles of the high-winged remnants. You may have no love for them inherently. They have no such qualms with me for now. I may be able to negotiate such safe passage. They are as coarse as the feathers. They hold themselves superior. The winged harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. Negotiate? With them? Then Hedwin steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now, that much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jadariel glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. You have the rest of the day to practice your vocations. Well, let's be honest, I'm gonna go study the book and nerd it up. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Mastered quickness, so I'll take next presence. You tune yourself to the strange and mystic properties of the Book of Rites, embracing such as possible that which cannot be explained or truly known. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. We gained tenacity. Got some Mercury's treads, guys. Guess nobody's around. Guys, I think the wagon might be on fire. Guys? Shore or Highwing Cove. Jadariel wishes to avoid the harps by staying on low ground. The lone minstrel believes he can negotiate safe passage with the harps via this path. I've never met the harps before, maybe I should extend them my trust for now. Thinking we don't have much to trade if we have to negotiate. But if we can establish good relations now, that will last until later. Let's go meet the harps. We'll try and negotiate before we sneak through their lands. Show yourselves, you frightened little birds! All day long, winged shadows cross the sun. You are being watched. Jadariel is very unhappy about it, though the lone minstrel now attempts to calm her. Perhaps I can communicate with them. Please believe me, madame, when I say your enmity towards the harps had best be kept in check here. Jadariel looks at him with fury in her eyes, yet he retains his calm demeanor. Soon she grants his request with a silent gesture, then he calls towards the heavens. Good sisters, we are humble travelers such as you, and beg your leave. We journeyed by the sea, and seek safe passage through your hands. We shall not disturb your hunting or your nests. The request is met with nothing but silence. You search in vain for any indication of acknowledgement. And without notice, one of them appears. She swoops the minstrel up and out of sight before Jadariel can respond. Damnation! Wait here, I shall go find him. For a long, terrible moment you are alone with your panic. Soon, however, the lone minstrel returns, amid the sound of flapping wings. He dusts his cloak and calls out toward them. We thank you for your hospitality, good sisters. We shall be on our way. Having seen this, Jadariel returns, sullen. The exiles of the Highwing remnants are letting you pass for now. It seems they are having some dispute within their ranks, and wish no further troubles for the time. It is a warning, one that leaves Jadariel fuming. Jadariel lost 4 hope for the next rite. I thought that might happen, but she already had penalties to her stats for the next rite, so we weren't going to be using it for that anyway. That's why I didn't bother going the route that would probably have buffed her. Is that a unicorn? At last you arrive at the nest of Trieste, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watch your wagon's ascent, and remain watching now. hunt for Myr. Oh, some balls on the table. So just eat him. Edwin's status lost in thought. Contemplating his existence, praying for guidance, stretching his wings, making sure the coast is clear, folding her raiments. Nearby. I was looking for the song, but oh well. My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the Imp Ha'ub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myr would come in search for him, some under employment by the rope caller, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. Anything going on? Not really. Hey you guys, what brings you out here? No wait, don't tell me, I don't want to know. All I want is to get you the best deals in the downside. Righteous Flame. You heal when you douse the enemy's pyre, that's pretty cool. Well, I want the Stardust, definitely. I don't think our new companion has an item yet. How do I get back to the shop? Here we are. I'm gonna grab that health drain. That seems pretty good. Thanks, guys. Good luck in that thing you're going to tonight. Okay. I think we're definitely going to be taking this guy. I'm going to drop a few upgrades on this. Edwin Bay and Sir Gilman, I think, are going to be warriors tonight. Maybe Hadwin, Tizo, and Sir Gilman. Tizo and Edwin work together really well. Stamina recovery, and then he uses stamina for his flying and stuff. Okay, yeah, I think it might be these. Those three. Let's see our opponent. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted land called the Nest of Trieste, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This then is what passes for the Nightwings now. Such a rabble, not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We have not come for talk. No, you have come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. Okay, I'm starting to see where the dislike comes in. I think maybe we'll avoid these in future. With that, the harp swoops off as Jadariel glowers after her. It's only then you realize another harp has come. She is quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. My name's Pamitha Thane. The surly one back there. That was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jadariel. No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you flying. Trust is something I'm loath to give away, Hedwyn. You have set our course thus far, and I have followed. So, do as you must. That Sandalwood had better have an explanation for all this. Jadariel storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I ain't expected we run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? Turn your attention to Pamitha. Been watching with bemused interest. Ah, reader, are you? Pleased to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like, and tell your comrade there the truth of it, why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, though you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives, here and now, are earnest. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like she's playing us. I think she's got a game. Tell Hedwyn that you have several misgivings about Pamitha. Suggest caution before accepting her into your ranks. I share much of your concern about her, my friend. It's just, I have to give Sandalwood the benefit of the doubt, as well as Pamitha. We've come this far thanks to a certain faith, and right now it's telling me to take her with us. I hope you'll back me up on this, as I'm sure Jadariel won't like it. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer, on 2 conditions if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why sure, I love a good condition or 2. First, after we finish here tonight, you come along and make sure your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jadariel, whom you met earlier. Brilliant. I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get along famously. Now I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use. I think the rite is getting started. You look up and realize she is right. Pamitha Thane joined you. She has a score to settle.
I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Trieste. And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with two.
Two new people
One
to
from the
bring in.
Pyre hearts, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see.
This is going to be an interesting one.
For freedom, match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home.
From a distance, you observe as Prometha, now clad in Nightwing's raiments, heads towards your adversaries on the right. You, what sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. Tamitha's blood sister stares back at her for a while before responding. What in saint's name are you doing here with them? Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister, I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I can't help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe you came all this way for talk? Waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? Do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence. You shan't have come here, and the time for talk is long since past. If only you could see yourself, again consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor their defeat, but I warn you, stay away from me. Prometha says nothing as her blood sister turns away again. Prometha gets your attention. Listen to me, Rita, darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this rite in your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is the tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Yeah, I think that's where she's gonna fit in. I want the winged imp, and I want Hedwig for the flying, for the stamina. This train is not gonna suit Gilman. So Gilman refuses to participate in the rites this night, so Prometha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Prometha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
Who shall strive for freedom?
Well then. Guess she should take the righteous flame. Reluctant. Oh, okay. They're just saying that she has to be picked first. That's fine. She was going to be in the team.
Tamitha.
I never thought you'd ask there, darling. I accept. If the little bird is going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. Ah, Jodie. I mean, you weren't going to be going in this time anyway, because you're at like -5 hope. But still. You know you're my favorite. After Bay. Who is Bay? Bay so Bay.
Tizo.
Tizo promises to do his best against Tamitha and the Essence. You can count on me, my friend.
Very well.
I forgot to look at the enemy team again, and also I meant to look at her actual moves before we started the fight. Now, I don't know what she does. Oh well. Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked again by you, Hamitha. How poetic we meet here in the downside. Think of nowhere else I would rather see you rot for what you did. To our people, and to me. Hamitha seems to sense your presence, and catches your attention. Hello there, Rita, darling. I'm to be at your mercy in all this. I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we sisters of High-Wing Remnants can do. W to fly.
You put yourself amidst a feud between two sisters? That seems entirely unwise. Even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Pavatha. Her kind's all
Dash
but
knocks all
forgotten
those away.
Saint Triesta's grace.
You can dash while flying. Okay. Okay, that's cool. See, darling, we hops, we're not so bad. I suppose we better get to work, hmm? Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. Trust you'll do the best you can. To the skies, sisters! Talon formation!
Poor exile.
Oop. Okay, so these respawn quite quickly. No. Get back here!
From burning flame to ash.
You do it. How do you counter them when they fly? Tizo, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly? Tizo is rather proud of his ability to flutter, as a matter of fact. Then listen up. My blood sister. She'll swoop right past you if you're careless. But we hops simply cannot get that much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Okay, so we tackle her. Tackle her in the air.
There.
Whoop.
Magnificent.
It's W to block flying adversaries. Oh, okay. I've got a thing I need to be working on.
Adversary's Pyre now falls short of yours.
Okay, well that's one.
Oh,
Whoop. No. Ah.
shame. One careless step. Oh,
There we go. Yeah, we got 3 of them. That's not what I meant to do. No.
careless. Banished, all of them.
Oh, here we go.
Glorious. Tread lightly.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Vampire sputters. Quite an
Oh boy.
exchange. Seize the orb.
Oh, there we are.
Bask in the purifying flame.
Damn you, Pamitha. You're no true Thane. Think you have the gall to call me sister still, to everything you've wrought upon us. I hate to break it to you, Tamitha. I don't think my actions, no matter how much they hurt you, had any effect on our familial status. Well, look, I know I wronged you. That's why I'm here. But you don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to say my sentence for a while. Well, if you have come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it. You and me. You think you see Pamitha shake her head. Everyone, stay back.
two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores.
Uh-oh. No.
So Amethyst the better sister then. Let us continue in the customary way.
There we go. No, why didn't it go in? I was over the pyre.
Begone!
Come on, dunk it.
It is done. The Night Wings prevail. They proved superior to their adversaries. The right is ended.
Commonwealth filth. Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. We postpone the coming of our liberty, but we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side shall have their day, with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait, please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. Hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. Ha-ha! Tizo is trying to let Pamitha know the others are returning to the wagon. Sure, I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways.
Used to think the scribes were just the stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? Instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. That sounds good. Hey Buzz, welcome back. How are you doing? Yeah, I'll take the one that respawns allies.
Firsthand and be inspired. The imp Tizo appears to have a certain depth of knowledge.
Ah, creamy! Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the riots as part of the Night Wings. For none who would dare lay hands on any imp in anger, lest he inherit the curse of Ha'ub the Swallow. Automatically implodes if he does not possess the orb. Sounds good. She didn't quite level up.
Until the next rite.
After defeating the Essence, a solid performance. You and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move. Now best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh, so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rites will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Rookie? But Rookie does not seem to hear the question. He's been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Rita, ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go here in the Black Basin, Rita. By your leave, of course, and provided the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? You look towards the heavens. Still further north? Oh, perhaps not. Oh, this is west. West and a tiny bit south. Blue, the vernal star. The vernal star burns bright over the densest woods in the Black Basin. The glade of blue over directly due west, and it is just as my client indicated. The great sap scholar, Lux Gloria, here vanquished the root titan, limbless Arizek. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Wakingwood, due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. Seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west where he supposedly awaits. Living the past, making a racket, clearing cobwebs, prancing about. Nearby, out with Hedwyn, Sir Gilman cleaning her armor, composing ballads. What are you up to? Nothing much, huh? Okay, you actually chug this when you click on it. The whole room goes blurry. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, Rita, darling? In those first moments when we met, the misgivings you relayed to that nice Hedwyn boy, I wouldn't have trusted in me either. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group and you just go with it? However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see, I've got business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. That's a little quibble between us, well, it's a long story all in all. One that's frankly nobody's business, but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time, and we'll have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time. Especially to the extent that it aids in me and mine, a simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. Besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. That's the good stuff. If there's anything new here. Slash jump and slither. Intelligent amphibians known for their chivalry, hot tempers, and reckless determination. The term knight means nothing in the Commonwealth, but it means a lot to worms. Of the outlandish worm knights of the Sea Dominion, he appears to have withstood many battles in the name of the Commonwealth, which employs many of its kind for its ongoing war against the high-winged remnants. His exile seems to be self-imposed, though even he can only take so much abuse from his fellow knights. Tackle, fly, dash. The reason the Bloodbard is thusly named. The Commonwealth fears anything at all, it is the harps of the high-winged remnants. She is clearly one of them. many of whom have been exiled as prisoners of war. She seems to have an unusually easygoing attitude toward things. Do you sense she is in pain or a state of turmoil over something? No masteries yet. Our inventory is empty. Okay. Well, with the rite completed and is about to continue our journey to the next location, seems like a good place to wrap up for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been good. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And we still don't know very much about our companions. I think this is going to be a long game, but I'm really enjoying it. The story's really good. It's more like a visual novel than a game as such. So it's really rough on my throat doing all these voices, but I guess it's helping me improve my voice acting skills a lot. Just gotta keep trying and getting better. My biggest problem is that once my throat starts to get sore, Hedwyn's voice starts to sound exactly like Ruki's. I've been having trouble with that today. Ruki's voice is just Hedwyn's with a little bit of extra roughness to it. I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna go chug a jug of cream or something until my throat stops hurting. Thanks, Buzz. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here, dude. Let's see. Is Pretzel on? He's got a lot of people watching. I don't normally raid people who have that many more viewers than me, but I think we will today. I know Pretzel's had some stuff going on. We're gonna go back him up. So yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I'll be back in 2¼ hours for Minecraft Monday. Until then, have a good afternoon. Hope I'll see you all next time. Until then.